Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in Little Hickville, USA, Belfair, Washington. Welcome to my channel. So this is April 2025's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number, oh my goodness, is it 22 or 23? Let me check. This is 22. It is. I had to leave and go get Hank, and I wasn't sure if I had changed the board or not, but I did. So I had things prepped, and then I had to go get Hank, and then had to lost my train of thought there about what I was doing. So anyways, this should not take long as everything is prepped, and this is a simple one, but I really hope you like what I've done with it. So let's take a look at the kit. The kit is called Inked Occasions, and you got to make 3 of this card, 3 of this one, and 3 of this one, and all the envelopes are the same. On the back, as always, this QR code would lead you to a video that would show you how to put this kit together as it is designed. A visual of everything in the kit, and if you are thinking, it's lacking a little, it is. That would be my word. It is beautiful, but lacking, or lacking and beautiful. So down here it lists the coordinating colors. Now videos 1 through 5, I show you everything that comes into the kit, and then we just move on from there, and we are well past that. So this one down here would lead you to this set of 4 dies called Hugs a Bloom, and they will coordinate with April, May, and June's Paper Pumpkin kits, but you can use them for anything and everything your heart desires. Yes, I love that about these little dies. They're also a really great value, but you must be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to purchase them. So this is a look at the stamp set for this month. We have a thinking of you, a congratulations, you are amazing, I'm here for you, hugs, sending my love on your retirement to the happy couple, and the 3 butterflies. Now these 2 are one stamp unless you cut them apart like I did, and then you have 3 separate butterflies. So let me show you what I have here. So we have a white envelope. We have, if I can get it apart here, maybe not, everything's falling apart. We have a 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4 white card base. We have 1/2, oops, I'm losing little flowers here, because those were already on my desk from the last video, and we're going to go ahead and put them to use. We have a 1/2 of a card base, the one with the gold trim. If you don't have the gold trim, use the other half. It doesn't really matter. It's just I was using that. Then this is 1/2 of the card base as is. It is not cut down. And then I have a 3.5 by 4 3/4 piece of vellum. I embossed this, okay, with this old embossing folder. It has swirls, kind of like movement, kind of like the DSP has. That's going to lay in the center. So that's layer number 2. But layer number 3 is the tag from the Merry Tags in More Die. This tag right here. So what I did is I just put that in the center and die cut that out. But this is layer 3. This is layer number 2. This will then sit right back on top of it. All right. Layer number 4 will be this beautiful piece of ephemera. It is 1/3 of the large piece of ephemera, and I have shown in videos 1 through 5, I show you how I cut those apart. Now, this is one of those little 1/4 inch strips that I have been saving from this kit. And like I have another piece here, which this one will probably do better. So I do not like, Sam I am, I do not like this at all. I do not like this down here. And I am going to simply cover that up because this is going to blend in better with this paper. So we're just going to get that done first. So layer number 3, I didn't write this down. This you can just see, it's just a scrap piece, right? And then layer number 5 is the hugs from the Hugs a Bloom dies. This is, and it's just in gold foil. So let's go ahead and put some glue across there. And then you could use the butterfly stamp, the butterflies, to do butterflies. You could do it on the paper, or you could use a small floral die like I am using. I'm using a punch that I got from the thrift store. Those were left over and I'm just going to use them. So I'm just going to stick that on there, hopefully get it somewhat straighter. Here, got to shimmy it down there. Shimmy it up a little. Trying to get it straight across the bottom is proving to be kind of difficult here. I want a straight edge here. All right, that's going to do it. We're going to snip this off here and snip it off of this end. And to me, that looks better, but for you, it may not. It's just my eye and my card. Oh, would you know that? Yes, that's how it goes. So this is just going to set right in there. You see how much better that looks already? So we're just going to glue this down. And I forgot when I was doing my video for the mail call, I think I forgot to tell you the cute little story about what my hubby did for me for my birthday. So the story starts, me and my crazy little stories. The story starts back at the beginning of this month when I was in bed about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I saw a post on the internet that Aaron Lewis was coming to Shelton. Now, for those of you who don't know where I live, let me tell you that Belfair is in between Bremerton. Let me draw you a little picture here. Okay, so I live on the Hood Canal, and you can say Seattle is over here, right? And then you have all that body of water. And Port Orchard, let's say, is down here. This is Port Orchard. There's this little spot called Gorst. And Bremerton and Silverdale is here. There's a body of water here. Orleans Point, Bremerton, Silverdale. And there's body water that goes like this, right? Seattle's actually up here. Port Orchard's over here. Okay, so there's body of water that separates Silverdale and Bremerton. This is like where the naval shipyard is. Silverdale's up here. So down here, there is Gorst. Well, right here, this is where Highway 3 starts. All right, this is Highway 3. So go like this, draw a line, Highway 3. This is Shelton. There's the Bremerton Airport. So this is the airport. And Belfair is here. And Shelton, there's a long, long, long distance to get to Shelton. But there's Gorst. Here's little old Belfair. There's little old Allen is in here, you know, and there's a long, long, long ways to get to Shelton. Anyways, so Gorst, Shelton, Aaron Lewis. Love his country music. Yes, he was the lead singer of the band Stained, which was like a metal rock group. Didn't listen to that, but I listened to his country music. And I was so excited. 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, actually. I couldn't stand it any longer. I shake my husband, wake him up, and he's all startled. He's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I said, "Hey, Aaron Lewis is going to be in Shelton." He looks at me like I've lost my mind. And he's like, "You woke me up for that? For this?" I'm like, uh-huh. He rolls over and he goes back to sleep. He's like, I'm crazy, right? So the story thing is though, last year we were looking and Aaron Lewis was in Oregon, and we considered it, but Oregon's quite far my back now, and we didn't want to go to Oregon to see him, but we really like him. And it's something that both him and I enjoy, and we just weren't going to Oregon to see him. But Shelton? Okay. Shelton is less than an hour away. It is, at the best drive, it's about 40-45 minutes from us. Actually, where he's actually playing at the Little Creek Casino, I think it is, in Shelton. So let's say 50 minutes. That's a hop, skip, and a jump from our house, guys. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. I wanted to really do this. So for 3 days, I kept begging him, Did you look at the tickets? Did you look? Did you look to see if we could make it to this? Nothing. He doesn't say anything. He just like totally ignored, like he didn't want to go see this. So for 3 days, I bugged the man, consistently bug him about going to see him. And he just totally ignores me. And so one night at dinner, I'm getting kind of upset with him because he's just giving me no feedback at all. And considering how much we really wanted to see him the year before, I couldn't believe my hubby, this guy is so close. He didn't want to take this opportunity to go see him. And if we had the money, let's do this. We didn't do anything for our anniversary. It's my birthday, Mother's Day. Mother's Day, we really don't do a whole lot. But anyways, I wanted to go see him. Obviously, you can tell I wanted to go see him. So at dinner one night, I'm like, did you even look at the venue? Look at how much tickets were. I don't care if we sit in the cheap seats. I don't care. I would really love to just go and listen to him sing in person. And he doesn't say anything to me at all. And I'm like, okay. I said, if you don't want to go hear him sing, I said, why don't you just come out and say it? And he stares me straight in the eye and he says, I don't want to go. And I said, fine. He's like, you going to get upset now about it? I said, no, I just wish you would have said this days ago. Just come out and tell me you don't want to go. Because I woke you up because I was excited that he was this close. And like there was only, it was practically sold out because it's in June and it's in May. And of course I find out at the last minute. And anyways, so for Mother's Day, because that's when we're celebrating my birthday, I get a beautiful card, which I forgot to bring out in the video too, but it's in the living room. I'll bring it out. And so we're doing everything. And my hubby is so funny. So he took Hank to get me a card, a beautiful card from Hank. And I'm reading it out loud to everybody. And my hubby says, honey, you are the only person who reads cards. And I said, no, I'm not. I make cards. I said, everybody reads cards. He's like, no. He's like, but I'll be. And he looks at my Aunt Carol. He's like, do you know, I have to make sure I read the card I buy her. He's like, because she reads every single word on a card. He's like, you can look at her. She's reading it all to us. He's like, I've already read the cards. He's like, but I have to make sure that I get her a card that she can really read. And he does. Okay. My cards have printing on the left and the right and on the front because, yes, I like to read something in the card. He is so funny. And I started laughing. I said, Russell, what are you doing? He's like, I'm telling on you. You read the card completely. And I said, yes, I do. I read my cards. Anyways. And then he pulls out his phone and he says, happy birthday. And on the front of his phone are the tickets. Proof that he purchased the tickets. And guys, he purchased those tickets the very day I showed him. I woke him up. So when I came out here to do a video, that man went behind my back and purchased tickets for us to go see Aaron Lewis. So June 12th, I am going to Shelton to see Aaron Lewis with my hubby. Yes. And he looks to my Aunt Carol and he's like, and you're babysitting Hank. Not asking her, just tells her, and you're babysitting Hank, which she's like, I'll be here. Anyways, because Justice, of course, has to work. So that was the cute little thing of it. And then what he does next is Hank is next to him. And he's like, Hank, tell Manji when I bought these tickets. And Hank says, Manji, he's had them for weeks now. I thought, oh, you stinker. You stinker. Because that night at the table when I was, just tell me, Hank was there at the table. And Hank knew that Papa had bought those tickets. And they were keeping a secret between the two of them. Those two men. Yep. Those two stinkers. But anyways, And no, we're not staying there or doing anything like that. That's unnecessary when we live this close. We didn't even do that when we went to go see Nickelback in Brantley Gilbert with our daughter Justice. But I tell you what is really cute is my daughter and Jessa, their favorite band, Hailstorm. That these girls were so funny. They were like talking like, we're gonna go see. Oh, they were crazy last year. Hailstorm was playing in, I don't know, New Zealand or somewhere across the world. And they figured it out. It was cheaper to go see them like the last day of the concert than to get tickets in the United States. And they were trying to tell me they were going to fly, and they were dreaming. Yes, daydreaming. And anyways, the girls, of course, didn't go. They couldn't even have gotten a passport by the time that band was playing. But they were dreaming of it. So Hailstorm is going to be at the White River Amphitheater. And that is my husband's favorite concert venue. And so when Justice found out, her and Jessa were scheming. Now, these two girls, they do realize that it is not safe for just two girls to go by themselves. So Justice, she's so excited when she finds out that Hailstorm will be there. She comes in, Dad, Jessa and I want you to take us to the concert. Like they're two teenagers. Yes, they're in their 30s. But she's like, Dad, we know it's not safe for girls. Yes, she said girls to go by themselves to a concert, especially out there in the boonies. And it is out in the boonies. I do want to reposition this. Thank goodness it's vellum. So will you please go with Jessa and I? And he's like, well, who's playing with them? She's like, I don't care. We only got to show up for when they play, Dad. I just want to see them. He's like shaking his head. And you know a father is going to go with the girls to make sure that they get to see their band, even as adults. Yes, my hubby is taking the girls to see their favorite band, rock band, Hailstorm. And that girl, that lead singer, she can sing. Oh my gosh, that girl can sing. Of course, I don't want to go. I was like, nope, I'm staying home with Hank. And anyway, so they're going to go see that in July. But I was like, smart girls, they're not trying to go there by themselves or anything. And it was funny because when they got their tickets for that, my hubby promptly called little Jessa up on the phone, and he tells Jessa, okay, this is the way it's going to work. We're taking my handicap placard. We will park up in the blah, blah, blah. And he says, and just say, you're driving. He's like, I'm escorting, but you are the driver for the night. And that was so funny. I just cracked up. And then he's like, okay, we need to leave by such and such time because we need to stop and get something to eat. And we're not stopping off at the casino because that place sucks. We tried that last time. And he was all going off and on. And I just shook my head. I'm like, oh, yes, he will make sure they take care of each. He will take care of them. Make sure they eat before they get to the concert venue. My hubby and I can eat at home because the concert don't start till like 8 o'clock. Him and I can leave here at, let's say, 6:30. We'll get there just in time. No problem. This is going to be so simple, guys. I mean, I really want to use like the little purple. You saw how quickly this is. So my layer of vellum, which I use this old embossing folder, and I didn't want a busy pattern embossing folder. You do not have to use an embossing folder. You could just use the vellum. It just diffuses it enough so that this stands out a little from here. Because if not, I was just laying this right back on it. And I didn't want any colored cardstock in between the layers. So that's all that's for. Now, if you didn't want to use hugs, you could make this into a birthday card with the hooray from Every Celebration Dies. Let me show you. This would fit really well. The size of this, how the font is, that would be really pretty in gold to go with this. That would be really pretty as well, just because of the size. So that's an option as well. But we're going to go with the hugs, because hugs I can send to anybody anytime. And you guys know I love mailing out my cards. And hugs is universal. It's going to be able to just this little piece right there needs a little tucking down. All right. And hugs, we're just going to work on getting in down. Anyways, that was so sweet of him. We don't have the best seats in the house, but at least we get to go there. And I went to my first concert with my hubby. And I go now to all of my concerts with my hubby. And Justice was like, "Are you sure, Mom, you don't want to go?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sure. No, I don't want to go see Hailstorm and whoever else is playing with them. Not my favorite genre. I mean, I have seen Nickelback with Bradley Gilbert, country artist. Absolutely fabulous. And I enjoyed Nickelback just as much. It was a great show. I don't remember who played before them. We got stuck in traffic. It's just like Highway 3, it's a 2-lane road, right? And we didn't leave early enough, and we got stuck in traffic getting into the venue. Like, people literally were walking on the side of the road to the venue and got there before we did, and we were in a vehicle. Yeah, that wasn't all fun. And it was like, okay, we can get out and walk and we'll beat you there, honey. And that was not happening either, of course. But we could have. I just like that pop of purple. But you could have stamped some butterflies underneath it, but I don't think it needs anything more. I'm not going to put anything more. I'm just going to put some glue dots to hold my little purple blossoms down. But yes, I was pleasantly surprised with the tickets to go see. I mean, we don't always do something for our anniversary, but I tell you what, I am very excited to go. And I'm excited that it's not costing us an arm and a leg to do it. Because there were so many years, guys, when you're a second class with 3 dependents, like my husband and I were, he barely made it in the military. Barely had enough money just to survive on. Going to concert would never have happened. I mean, maybe as when he made Chief, maybe, but then, the kids were in high school, and we were more concerned with doing things as a family. We went to dinner at least once a month with the kids. We took the kids to the movies once a month. I can't say we really went vacation every year, but we would go to Ocean Shores. We didn't do big extravagant things. We lived within our means, and that enabled my husband to retire when he did, and I wouldn't change that for the world. But I thoroughly love the life, that we have lived. And yes, it needs some bling. And now that I'm looking at, I know this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. the trick is, where's the fifth one? I might not be able to put a fifth bling on there, but we're gonna think about it here. So we have hugs, and we're gonna do the same thing. I'm getting a little like, this could be a get well card. There's so many hugs. You're amazing. I just want something different, right? Hugs is my you're amazing on a stamp block. Let's see. You're simply the best friend. Like, okay, we're going to use this one again because you're amazing is not on a stamp. So we're going to use this one. This one is from Painted Petals July 2024 stamp set. We're going to use this one on the inside. Yes, that will do. That will do. Anyways, really happy. My daughter is in there cleaning a whole bunch of fish. She was like, hey, Dad, I can make dinner. She's got her back belt on. Her dad is like, your mom's not going to eat fish, Justice. She's like, I know. Mom can eat what she wants. And that's true. Mama can eat what she wants. Because Mama not eating fish tonight. We're going to do our 3 little butterflies. This one's going that direction. Isn't that cute? You're simply the best. Friends like you make life beautiful. And let's stamp our envelope. So we have the hugs. We're gonna, let's do You Are Amazing. This is from, I know my block is kind of murky. It came that way. Oh, little cricket. And I pushed a little too hard, and you can see, let me show you. So if you just touch it, it comes out. Let me hold this up so you see the difference. All right. This got distorted right there. That's because I pushed too hard. I pushed too hard, and the G in the N right here got a little distorted. This I didn't push down too hard, but I'm telling you, on these little stamps, those polymer, the polymer will get distorted a bit. That's the wrong one. I want the wee little butterfly. Just the wee one. Right? Just the wee butterfly. Oh, we can do the hugs on the back. We will do hugs on the back. So right in the center. And this one, we're going to ink it up here. And not that one, the other one. And that's all she wrote. That's it. Let's cover the ink pad up. And we'll take another look at our card. So there it is. Now let me show you. I did a test strip of a little cut off of the vellum to see if I liked it. Let me get, so here is the back of the card base, right? So I did a little test strip of it to see if it would look okay on the card base, and it did. And that's when I went ahead and decided to do the whole piece. So we are not done, of course, right? We are going to do some little bling, and we're going to use the big box of bling that I have. $2.99. What a steal of a deal. So let's see if this one, that is going to be too small. We need a larger one, and we're doing the ones with all the kaleidoscope colors in it. That one will do. And then 3 little ones. 1, 2, 3. And I want to make sure I have color. Oops. That one does. Because sometimes that one has color. I can see it. This one has no color. So we have to grab a different one. That one has color. All right. And we're just going to do the 4. I'm not going to force a 5th one down there because I just can't see where to put it. Sorry, I can't. So we're going to go with what I have, what I know I can do. That one looks clear. For 1 minute, it looks like it has color. It does have color. Just not a lot of it, but it does have color in it. Like a little kaleidoscope. Let me set it down. I don't think it has enough color for me. I mean, I see some color in it, but I don't see enough that I want to put it. Okay. This one definitely has color. I'm going to put with that one. I mean, I see it there, but I'm just not sure. We're going to stick it back in there. So there you have it, our bling, and that's where we're going to do it. Now, if I didn't add those, I could have just put little rhinestones across the bottom, but I didn't. So I think it is so sweet. And I didn't want 4 of those. It would be off plate. I couldn't, no, that didn't work for me either. So, and I didn't want to bring attention to this, just let it be in the background. It's great. So hugs to all of you out there. Thanks for watching, and I do hope you come back here and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.